You have to show your pass Okay, we need one more permission. 1 second. Can you tell me who No, this is just
Nicht so despektierlich über unsere alte Menschen.
Ja, haben wir.
About a very exciting new project from the partners up on stage. We have Carmelo Espeleta, CEO of Dorna Sports. We have ADAC Sports President Herman Tomczyk, and we have Pit Byra, KTM Motorsports Director, to talk about an all-new path on the road to MotoGP that will be coming soon. And first, we will watch a small video about the new Northern Talent Cup to give us all an idea of how the project will look.
Coming from North and Central European countries.
Races at Grand Prix circuits.
You will be riding a KTM 250.
It's a unique opportunity.
Are you aged between 12 and 17?
Do you want to be a part of a road to MotoGP?
This is your chance.
Take back the North.
Take back the North.
Take back the North.
Take back the North. Take back the North.
So first we'll hear from Mr. Carmelo Espeleta about this all-new path on the road to MotoGP, the Northern Talent Cup.
Okay, good morning everybody. Well, first of all, is to say thank you to Mr. Tomczyk and Mr. Bader to be here. We start our collaboration with the ADAC many years ago, more than 25, and we have been working together in the development of motorcycling in Germany and in this area. Also, our history with KTM is very important. We are very proud of the collaboration we have with the Red Bull Rookies Cup. But later we were thinking how we can help to create new talent people, new talent riders in this area. Then, is talking together with ADAC and KTM, we decided to create something very special. It's a cup dedicated to the people in the north of Europe. Even if it's open for all the nationalities, we will consider more people coming from the north of Europe. This is something we will do it in the way that we are doing everything in our talent promotion department. It's considering a system. KTM create a new bike to be dedicated in them, and also this is a continuity of the other cup the ADAC has been organizing during all this year. Then we, ADAC, together with us and talking with KTM, we decided the best way to continue in this way is to create something special from, let's say, the Central and North Europe people. Then this is a result of something we will do together. We will put all our efforts in creating a new cup who will permit to us to go. One of the best of this cup will come to the Red Bull Rookies Cup, and then later on to the Moto3 and the rest of the championship. Then this is something created with a lot of passion from ADAC, from KTM, and from us. And we are very proud to announce this today.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So next, we'll hear from the ADAC Sport President Herman Tomczyk. So how has this project come about between the ADAC and Dorna and KTM?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Also from my side, as Mr. Espeleta already announced, Dorna and ADAC have a very long-standing partnership since the beginning. From Dorna, we are contract partner for the German part, and as most of you also know, it is necessary. It is really necessary to do a little bit more in our region for the talented young drivers to bring them in the MotoGP series. So we tried this about 25 years with our Junior Cup. We also have had the idea some years ago with a Northern Cup. And at the end, after long discussions, it wasn't so long discussions, we were clear in a very short time to do this together. And with KTM, we also realized some very successful projects like our Motocross Academy, and we have had the bikes also in our Junior Cup. So it was it's very logical that those three partners now on the table make this project.
Thank you very much. So on to Pit Byra, KTM Motorsport Director. If you could tell us a little about the bike that will be used in the Cup, and then also how KTM have come to be involved in this newest path on the road to MotoGP.
Good morning also from my side. First of all, I would like to thank Dorna, Carmelo, and also ADAC, Mr. Tomczyk, for giving us the trust that we can be a partner of this new fantastic project. And I mean, since we are used to work with young riders, and what we learned a lot in off-road, we still saw that there is something missing on the road racing side to close a bridge between the very small mini bikes or pocket bikes and then going to the Moto3. And I mean, that was the challenge what Carmelo gave us. We need a better bike, but it also needs to have a price point which is okay, that a young family can afford such a bike. And if you have like stock bikes, they are mostly then a little bit too heavy for this kind of racing activities. So we went home and started to brainstorm, and yeah, I think we have built now a bike which is very light and gives the riders a feeling which is preparing them really well for the Moto3 World Championship. This is the target for all of us to really help young riders and young families to get into the sport with a useful price point, and then of course build them up. And South and Spain and Italy, they are very strong, but in Northern Europe we just cannot bring up young talent. And I think what's missing first of all is track time, also where we I think need all help together with great racing and then something like a cup, but also we want to go deeper in that. And together with ADAC, I think we are on a good way to find also some places where we can bring young riders on the track. Spain has a little advantage there. There is sun, there is tracks, there is bikes, there are teams, and all that scenery is missing in the north. And that's why I'm really thankful that we get the chance to be part of the project. And let's hope we're going to bring up also some future top riders, that a race like Sachsenring has a couple of more North European riders on the grid. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think that's everything from me, from some introductions. If we can get some questions from the floor.
First of all, a question to Pitt. Could you describe the bike a little closer, what engine it has, about the weight, about the performance?
The bike has 93 kilos. It has a 250 four-stroke engine with about 45, 46 horsepower. RPM will be 14,000. We are with the suspension really close to the existing Rookies Cup bike. Brakes, rideability, handling, that was always the target, to come really close to a Moto3 bike. And some of the topics are on the bike, but some are different. But weight and power, I think, is in a really good ratio.
Yes. Do you have any calendar already settled, and in which tracks is going to happen, and how are you going to The weather in Northern Europe is not like the one we have. How are you going to handle this?
Well, the provisional calendar is consists 7 rounds with 2 races each. That means will be 14 races. We will organize a test before the championship. In principle, we will have 2 races with MotoGP, Sachsen and Inverno, 1 with World Superbike in Assen, 2 with IDM, Lausitzring and Hockenheim, and 1 speed week on Ottersleben, and 1 more in Red Bull Ring. We don't know yet which is the event. The riders will be limited to 24 riders for 2020, the age between 12 and 17. It's open to all nationalities, but focusing on Central and Northern European, and 2 wheel cars available per event. This is more or less the structure. The bike will be this bike with sealed engines. The first 24 units on this bike will be sold together with a kit and a special price subsidized by Dorna. The bike's exhaust is made to be able to ride in circuits when limited noise regulation. The bikes will be team property and will be sole suppliers with free of cost for the riders, the tires, fuel and lubricant. Tires will be Dunlop, fuel will be Panta, lubricant will be Motorez.
Question to Herman Tomczyk. Is it possible that this kind of bike in the future might also be introduced in the ADAC Junior Cup, or do you want to stay with the RC390?
No, good question, because after 25 years we will end the Junior Cup as we have it had till now, and only go on with this common project with Dorna. So from next year on, for the young drivers coming out of mini bike, pocket bike, wherever they come from, this is the bike and the cup where they can do the next steps in Germany.
Carmelo, you said that this bike will be subsidized by Dorna. The final price, have you a figure already?
No, we don't have yet the price we are discussing. We have a price which is starting that, and then we are looking exactly how will be this. This is something will be announced by KTM. Also, it's important we will have a permanent facilities. Then will be similar than the other specialties the talent team promotion organized. We will attend and we will leave a space to all the team in the races. We will provide 1 manager, 1 coordinator, and 1 rider coach. Will be el second coach will be provided by ADAC. Will cover the track cost. That means the situation will be economically very good for the teams. It is important to mention that this is a continuity of the ADAC Cup. Then it's after the ADAC was supporting along many years the promotion in this area, KTM and us, we decided to join the project of ADAC Cup.
A question about the age, Mr. Espeleta, you say between 12 and 17, but imagine that a 12-year-old could get on the bike. Will he be allowed to stay on the bike until he's 17, or is he supposed to go to another category?
Well, really, we decided together to do it between 12 and 17, and later on depends on the result of the things. We don't know yet, but clearly today we will admit riders asking between 12 and 17.
Okay, I think that's everything. Thank you very much. And now we have a further announcement. If we could welcome Mr. Klaus Klötzner to the stage from ADAC Saxony. And so we also have today some exciting news for motorsport in Germany and the future of the German Grand Prix. If you'd like to tell us about that, please.
sorry. I will take over for this part. Excuse me for that. We had some good news about the German Grand Prix during this week. First question goes out to Mr. Espeleta. We have great weather here in Germany. We have a great event since Thursday. What is your first impression of the 2019 German Grand Prix so far?
Well, we have an agreement since the last years in Nürburgring with ADAC. ADAC has been our partner all the time here in this. This year we make a special step, but because the ADAC take the responsibility to organize this championship, we are extremely happy to continue with ADAC. I think Mr. Tronching will announce exactly how is the result of the situation.
How important is the German Grand Prix for MotoGP? How big is it on the MotoGP calendar?
Well, obviously, Germany is, if not the most important country in Europe, one of the most important. German motorcycling has been important always, and for us it's very important to keep the German Grand Prix in a good shape. This is something we do it together with ADAC, thanks to the ADAC, and now we think we reach the proper possibility. It's important to say that we changed the location of the German Grand Prix under the suggestion of ADAC. Then we moved to Sachsen because Mr. Toczink tell us is the right place to be, and we agree it's the right place to be. Then German Grand Prix is obviously important, very, very important for us. We think it's one of the key Grand Prix in the calendar, and we are very happy to have right now a real partner who permit to us to consolidate the German Grand Prix. If for that, we are announcing also the Northern Talent Cup, because I think with the German Grand Prix successful, with a lot of spectators, we are very well organized, it's very important to start to have a sort of a new ride, new German and German area people coming to the MotoGP race.
Thank you, Mr. Tomczyk. Already during this week, we could read in the newspapers that the Grand Prix, the German Grand Prix at the Sachsenring, is safe for 2020 and 2021. What can you tell us about the current situation here?
Yeah, I think it was always a little bit difficult in the past, not knowing what happens in the following year. So we decided together, ADAC headquarters Munich and ADAC Sachsen, as the organizer from this event this year, to go on in 2020 and 21. This is the running contract between ADAC and Dorna here in Sachsenring. And this, from our side, was decided very, very early. That means in front of the event himself, in front of this weekend. And so we have announced it, and we are quite happy with this decision.
Can you tell us already a little bit more about next year's German Grand Prix?
The race next year is expected for the 21st of June. Subject to change from calendar regions, but we agreed this date today. What is probably quite new and never happens before, so far as I know, fans can buy tickets for the 2020 Grand Prix right after the race here tomorrow at the racetrack, beginning at 3 o'clock. And the online tickets are available from tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. So the fans who are here this weekend can take the chance to buy these tickets, and we start with the pre-selling tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Thank you, Mr. Tomczyk. Mr. Klötzner, chairman of the ADAC Jackson and partners in the ADAC in promoting of this event. Can you tell us a little bit about the price range for the next year's Grand Prix? I think it's better to ask this question in German. Welche Ticketpreise dürfen wir im kommenden Jahr erwarten?
Also auch von mir aus ein herzliches Willkommen. Ja, es ist uns dieses Jahr gelungen, in der Gemeinschaft zwischen ADAC München und Sachsen, was ja viele festgestellt haben, wir konnten durch Optimierung die Preise senken, ohne dass die Qualität leidet und der Fan das irgendwo spüren soll. Und die gesenkten Preise möchten wir auch im nächsten Jahr so halten. Und der Ticketvorverkauf geht mit unveränderten Preisen weiter. Günstigste Tickets, Tagesstehplatzticket 29 €, Wochenende 99 €. Es wird auch wieder Specials für Familien geben. Und es ist vorgesehen, bis 1. Februar die Vorverkaufspreise dann anzubieten. Also schnell sein lohnt sich.
Vielen Dank, Herr Klötzner. A brief translation of what Mr. Klötzler said. We decreased the ticket prices for the 2019 Grand Prix, and we are really happy to announce that we have the same prices, so unchanged ticket prices for 2020. The ticket start for Friday's tickets in next year's Grand Prix, €21, and the weekend ticket is for €99. And we have the special prices until the 1st of February. So it's well suggested that fans buy their tickets very, very early. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Herr Tomczyk?
If I may mention at the end, thanks a lot for your patience staying with us. We thought that it's very important if we do such a big project for the young riders, young drivers for the future, that we have more futures than only 2 years. So Dorna and ADAC agreed today to start the discussion about a new contract for the future for more 5 or 3 years. We will see what happens.
Absolutely. We are delighted to say that we, as always with the ADAC, we start the conversations to continue after 21 for the new period of 22-26, and I am sure we arrive very soon to the close of these discussions, conversations, to consolidate that, because starting with this project and all the things we do together for many years, and I repeat, as you mentioned before, Germany is a very important country for us. We are very proud to have the partner we have with the ADAC, and we will, I think we will be very close to announce a renewal of this contract for many more years.
This is great news. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time, everybody.
Thank you.
One question to Mr. Espeleta. When they tell 21 of June, this means next year it's a back-to-back before Assen race, or what's the reason for the change? Because normally it was Assen and then we moved to Sachsenring.
You know, the calendar is one of the most difficult duties we have during the year, and we need to set up that. Then, in principle, we allocate the situation. This year is back-to-back with Assen, but in different order. Next year, we thought is the best solution to do that for other things of the calendar. And I think also talking with the ADAC, June could be a good that. Will be the first race of the Northern Europe. And, well, the calendar will be announced later, but we talked today about this possibility, and it's a real possibility.
Do you have any more questions from the floor? No? Okay, thank you very much. If we could have a photo for the Northern Talent Cup presentation with the three of you.